Welcome to another episode of Off the Court. Sadly, we are missing our other host, Rihanna, but she will be back soon. Today, we are talking to Mr. Antoinne Morgano, a professional athlete, mentor, and coach. Stay tuned to listen to some of his secrets to his game. So talk to me kind of about like where you grew up and stuff like that.
I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey, which is the opposite down here. You guys call it Newark. Born and raised, mom and dad kind of, raised me to be, best I could be. Played sports all my life since I was young, and it's basically why I grew up at Newark, New Jersey, and just, made the best of it.
What sports did you play like growing up?
Well, I played Little League baseball up until high school, and then I stopped. I played football most of my life, and then I played basketball, started basketball my junior year in high school. So I only played officially 2 years, unofficially 2 years, but officially 1 year of high school basketball.
So like when did you like look at basketball and say like, yeah, this is my sport, this is what I want to go on with?
I want to think my senior year, because my junior year I still played football, and my senior year I still played football. I still was, that was my heart. Grew up playing, and I had dreams of being in the NFL and everything. But then, I don't know, after my junior year of really getting better, and my senior year took off. I walked on my first college tryout, and I was like, this is it right here. I'm not going to play football no more. It's just going to be strictly basketball.
What was like the culture of basketball in New Jersey?
Competitive. I mean, every day, if you didn't come out the house with the dog mentality and, ready to get better in each and every day, that's what I did. I surrounded myself with people that were, already at their top or rising up and already at their peak of their talents. And I just surrounded myself with good talent, and that's what made me, start looking at myself as good talent.
Did you have any like hometown heroes, like anybody you looked up to in the NBA?
I don't want to say in the NBA because, like I said, I was a football star, so I had a lot of, athletes all around. I was a big LeBron fan, big Kobe fan. So you got the Lakers on. But yeah, just overall athletes. Like I was a big Bo Jackson fan who played both two-sport athlete. Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice was my all-time favorite because I was a 49ers fan. But yeah, just overall athletes. I didn't have any specific one because I was an athlete overall.
What position did you play in football?
I was wide receiver, and some may look at it like, and I was a linebacker too, so I could hit hard. I was a hard
Yeah, you
hitter.
never told me you played football.
Yeah, I was a
That's
football star. I
surprising.
was actually a football star. Like I had big aspirations of being in
Why didn't you take it?
I don't know. I know God's plan. We got to look at it like that. So it wasn't like nothing worked out for me, or I had God forbid, I had a serious injury that led me to basketball, and it was just like it was a newfound aspiration, and I just put everything, put my foot on the pedal.
So in like basketball, and we're gonna put some clips so they can see like when you're playing basketball. I see you like shoot, post up, dribble. Like I see you do everything. How do you keep up like all the aspects of the game?
Just consistency, just working on those things. I train hard when I go hard in training. I had to practice more. I got everything out the mud, so to speak. So the lingo there, just grinding every day. I had no jump shot when I first started. I had no dribbling skill set. All I knew how to do was rebound, and that's because I was just an athlete and I was placed in a position. When I first started, I was a 6'2" big man. Like imagine I was playing against 6'7" guys, 6'8" guys in my conference. So it was like a struggle, but it also made me stronger, strong-minded, better IQ, and just with that dog.
In high school, because you play high school basketball, right?
Yeah.
What was your role on that team?
Just to get it done. I had guys that could shoot. I had guys that could dribble. Had guys that were good point guards and stuff like that. My thing was just to get it done by any means necessary. Be physical out there, bring my football attributes onto the basketball court.
Yeah.
That grittiness, that diving on the floor, getting extra hustle plays. That was me in the beginning. It's still me now, but now it's better with the skill sets in between.
What high school experiences during basketball can you kind of take still to this day?
Just staying humble and consistent. I was real humble when I was MVP of my team my first year playing high school basketball. That was big to me.
Yeah.
I remained humble. Although I got an MVP of the Christmas tournament that we had, and also got MVP of the when we get our awards at the end of the year. So it was just a humbling moment for me. I switched sports, and I still was able to contribute to a team that needed me in an instant. So it was a great feeling.
So you played college basketball. Let me see if I remember. The New Jersey Knights?
New Jersey City University.
It's the
Knights. Yeah, the Knights. So as their mascot.
What was like? How did you get recruited? Because I know there's a lot of athletes out there that's kind of in that zone right now. Like,
So it's big because I actually didn't get recruited.
yeah.
Actually, nah, I actually got recruited for football in some schools. I'll leave those on the table. I got some good letters, but a couple D1s, some D2s for football. I mean, like I said, I chose basketball over my passion as a child. Um, so I walked on. I walked on to a Division 3. Actually, I was gonna go to the Army. Guy came and recruited me there as well. Told me I could still go to college, play some ball, still represent my country as well. So that was my first choice. Actually, it was either the Army or the Navy. And then this guy walked up to me from NJCU like, "Yo, I think you could play here." Blah blah blah. I went out for a tryout, made the tryout, so to speak, like a summer workout. And then I was on the team. Went to school, scholarship, and all that.
So I think a lot of athletes they play high school ball and they think it's gonna be the same exact thing in college, and they think that they're gonna get away with the same exact things. Like from your experiences, what was high school ball? What was different from that from college ball?
Oh man, you got to do everything on your own. Workouts on your own. We had groups of players that worked out together in sessions, but just the whole college thing of you just being on your own. Making sure you got to go to class by yourself. There's no teachers, no guidance counselors there, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Unless you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you got to see them. But just the different aspect. Coaches are recruiting every day. So you gotta think of it as a job. I mean, you got a job to do, just like if you go play overseas at the next level or NBA, you have a job to do. And at that collegiate level, this job is to make sure your grades are good and also performing on the court. So it was definitely, something that was much different in high school where, excuse me, sometimes you're being babied into the situation or, you got certain coaches or AAU teams that baby your situation when you get to college level and the next level after that, it's really on you.
So talking about grades and stuff, like you said about grades, how did you keep your homework and then workouts and basketball and stuff like that?
My first semester was it was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. First semester was definitely tough. I had to get back into the motions of actually liking school again. I didn't, like I said, I didn't think I was gonna go to college. I was gonna go to Army or Navy, but just transitioning back into actually sitting in class, learning stuff, things that I was interested in. It was really tough for me, and I wasn't far away from home. Like Jersey City was like 20, 30 minute commute to back and forth to school. But my second semester, I picked it up. Wound up finishing stronger than I started. But then, like I said, I tell all these kids I didn't finish. I mean, and I suggest that all athletes finish school, whether you go back or something like that. But finish. Your education is way more important than what the sports world could give you.
So what advice do you have for athletes that, you're a coach,
Yeah.
so the athletes that feel they're not getting enough playing time and stuff like that, they kind of have a mental block on that. What do you have for them?
I mean, I went from playing the last 2 minutes of every fourth quarter, to actually starting, like I said, my senior year and becoming something. Even when I was playing summer leagues and stuff like that, just coming off the bench, if you not feel like you're not getting enough time, go put in the work. That's all you could do. I mean, there's no special potions, no special water you could drink like Space Jam and stuff. Like you really got to put in the work and off the court and on the court. You know what I mean? So whatever you're doing outside of practice, you have to do that twice as hard. I mean, by yourself or with a group of people that's got the same mindset that you have.
So after you finished college ball, like what was the mindset of what you were gonna do after that?
Man, I wanted to play some pro ball. I felt like at that so I played 2 years. I transferred to another college. I went to another college, played there. It was a community college, but at this time I felt like this was my opportunity to actually tap into the pro level. I done played against some top guys that were overseas that summer, and I was like, what, I'm ready for a pro level type thing. Actually, my college team scrimmaged an ABA team, which is a semi-pro team here in the United States. And I made the cut. I tried out, got my first contract coming out of college, so I felt good, felt real good.
So I know you played 3v3.
Yeah.
3v3.
Yeah.
That's like going from regular basketball 5v5 going to 3v3. Like that's gotta be hard. Like how did you like adapt to that?
I mean, I really didn't have to adapt too much. It's a transition from 5-on-5 because it's half court, it's 3-on-3. It's real intense. Sometimes you're playing outside, but that's like playing at the park with your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't really a big transition. I had won some 3-on-3s coming up, like when I was younger. So transitioning back into 3-on-3 was like, what, I'm a basketball player. So you just adjust to it, adjust to the type of play it is, the play style, and I mean, it got me some real good money.
I see some of those games on YouTube, and y'all have like different rules and everything and stuff. Like
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
sub, y'all have like one sub on the court sitting down, and then y'all switch out.
yeah. So it's traditionally a 3-on-3, but you get one sub. During that subbing time, it's 20 minutes game. I mean, 10-minute game, or the first one to 21. You travel all over the world. I've been to over, I want to say over 50 countries with this 3-on-3 thing, and it's been a brighter, fresh year. You know what I mean? So with that being said, like I said, it wasn't a hard transition, but at the same time, it was more or less, the traveling aspect. Now you're traveling different countries, different time
Yeah.
zones. You're waking up different times of the day, so it's like just adjusting your body to that sport is more in itself harder than actually playing it.
So talk about like your traveling experiences, like where you've been and stuff like that.
Man, I've been everywhere from Paris to Malaysia to China. Um, I've been to oh man, so many things going in my head right now. I've been all over Europe, mostly. Definitely all over Asia. I've been to China about 10 times already. Different parts of China, different countries, and um, everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a blur of things that's just been in my head. But yeah, over at least 50 countries so far.
What do you see like difference in the culture of basketball in America, and then when you go to China and stuff like that?
Oh man, it's beautiful, man. Not only just the culture of basketball, the way they love American basketball as well. You get over there, when you get on that court, it's just like you could go from friend to foe or foe to friend. You know what I mean, so to speak. So I was in Europe one time, and we were playing one of the home side teams, and it was intense, real intense. This is one of our first times winning out in Europe. And they were like yelling at us, like screaming at us, like Americans go suck, all that. And after we won, it was love. And we had to play another team from that hometown too. So it was like, the hate and love. And right
Yeah.
after the game, we had fans and stuff asking us for autographs, asking us for USA gear. So it was hate love type of thing.
So traveling, what was your mentality like? Being away from your family.
The good thing about it was that all our events is on the weekends, so I was still able to
Oh yeah.
work a 9 to 5 during the week, and we probably leave on a Thursday night or Friday night, come back home on a Monday night. So I was away from my family probably every other weekend. I want to say in 2019 when I first got rolling with the ball, and we was winning a lot, playing in a lot of events. It was just a weekend away from my family, but my wife would make it feel like it's a month.
So playing that, like, what's some like lessons you learned from being overseas, being all over the world and stuff like that?
One, taking care of your body is most important. Like I said, traveling, different time zones. It's 8 o'clock in the AM over here, and it's probably 10 o'clock PM where I was at. So it's like just adjusting to your body, keeping your body healthy. I actually became vegan during this moment too. So it was definitely hard adjusting to eating different culture foods. Being that I was vegan out there, adjusting to my new diet as far as keeping my body tight.
So being a girls basketball coach, like how do you take all your experiences that you learned from there and like input it into your players?
Well, I train as well, girls and boys, but just the aspect of coaching girls now, I just instill in them what I've learned over the years, and what I'm continuing to learning as a coach. You know, just consistency, hard work. Everything pays off when you put in the work. If it's not just basketball, anything in life, you know what I mean. Like I said, we on off the court stuff. You got to put in the same type of work if you want to be successful at anything. So just if you're in the gym, be consistent. I mean, you want to be better than the girl that's getting all the looks on Instagram or the 5-star recruits. You got to put in more work, more work. That's the thing I try to instill in all my players, whether girls or boys.
So what is? I mean, you say you train boys too. So what's kind of like the difference you see when you coach girls and you coach boys?
Um, I want to say just the emotional aspect to the
Yeah.
game. With boys, it's more or less of an ego thing. Trying to not control their ego, but trying to channel it into the right things. Not too big for the team or not too small for themselves. You want to have that big ego. You want to have confidence. With girls, it's more or less, I try to teach them that the confidence that they have every day, or whether it's putting their hair up or getting dressed or whatever it is, the glamour of it, instilling that into the work ethic too. With basketball, it's more dealing with 2 years of coaching girls basketball. It's like the emotional effect, like
Yeah.
the confidence thing. I'm not good enough, or I'm not as good as this girl. I'm not good as that girl. When you are, if you work hard, just like those girls are working hard, or if you put in more work to make yourself better.
So I know you did a lot of park runs. I see some videos where you did like 1v1s and stuff like that. What did those experiences and stuff teach you, like, going
Oh
forward?
man, those experiences, like I said, I'm a basketball player. I love all
Yeah.
aspects: 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Should I play a handy? We play a rough or whatever y'all call it down here in Delaware. 21 game 21, but um, just that came about during COVID. I think a lot of people was
Mm-hmm.
bored. There wasn't no basketball rims up, so
Yeah.
anywhere you find a basketball rim, you want to play. And a lot of people was calling people out, a lot of one-on-ones, and no one ever looked at me as a one-on-one player. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like I said, I was a team player. I had a role doing until I became within myself. Gradually getting the skill sets. But when people looked at me, they didn't look at me as a one-on-one player. They looked at me as a guy that can get 30 a game or something like that, or 40 or 50 a game. But they never looked at me as a one-on-one guy that could actually get his own bucket, which I could do in 5-on-5. So why not in a
Yeah.
one-on-one? So when I first stepped onto the scene, I beat a guy. I think I beat a guy 11-8 or something like that, or 12-8, 12-7, something like that. And from there, I had another event and another event where now I'm traveling and playing different guys from
Mm-hmm.
different areas. I played a guy. My first loss, my first win was a big win, and my first loss was a big loss too. I played a guy, rest in peace. We just lost him to a crazy accident, but Sponge from DC was one of my probably my first losses, one of my worst losses, because I kind of went in there like super ego. I mean, we was talking about
Yeah.
that ego thing, but I had to humble myself because this guy had the same mindset I had, dog, and we both went in there, clashed, and he came out victorious. But it was definitely I love the one-on-one aspects too.
So do you think that's like the scene of like going to New Jersey, like playing basketball? You think that's the scene, like park runs and stuff like that?
I mean, a lot more now is become during the pandemic. Now it's becoming an epidemic. Everybody's doing
Yeah.
one-on-ones. You look at different states now. Everybody's inviting other states to come do one-on-ones. It's big on the Instagram scene now, and it all started from a little conversation on IG Live from a couple of New
Yeah.
Jersey guys that started this up, and now it's like global. Now I think people are like a part of national groups that are one-on-ones going around the world. So I feel peace. I feel love. I feel like one of the forefathers of it. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy that what it is now.
I think social media has a big part in that too.
Definitely.
It made like 1v1s and park runs go like really far. Where does the name 50 Cat come from?
So 50 Cat comes from of course from 3x3. Shout out to my team New York Harlem. Um, we was in a tournament out in Cali, and the prize was 50K. You know what I mean? It was strict no first. So usually 3-on-3s, you do a first prize, second prize, third prize, fourth, all the way to probably down to six, depending on what kind of tournament it is. This specific tournament was only one prize, 50K or nothing. You know what I mean? So we had a rough start. We lost our first game in the qualifiers, and then second day of pool plays, we killed everybody. We made it to the championship. Wound up beating a team from the USA as well, a team called Princeton, and I actually hit the free throw, to win us the 50K. So from there, it's been 50K cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you have any like last advice to the players out there that's going through the motions and kind of confused on where they want to go and stuff?
I mean, stay your course. I mean, your path is your path. Everybody's path is not the same. I didn't think forever in my life that I would be traveling the world for basketball. I mean, for free. So this basketball thing has definitely played this course with me to a point where I'm now giving back my gems to the youth. So I love the path that God has chosen for me with basketball. I'm glad that He, made me switch over from football to basketball, not knowing what I might have been in the NFL, might have been a great NFL player. But right now, I feel like I'm a great role model for those who want to take this path for basketball, and giving them everything I did, from traveling to failing in school to doing street ball, from the New York City circuit, making a name for myself. So it's been big, man. I'm well known all over the world, let alone just my country and my state and my city. So when people speak of me, the international cat, I got a whole list of names that you could call me.